Hi everybody, welcome back. Yet another installment. Okay, if you can't tell by the title of this video, it's Take Me Back to Brazil by BH Cosmetics. I picked this up at Ulta, and I'll explain that here in a second. Now, if this is your first time here, feel free to reach down and hit like. If this is not your first time here, feel free to reach down and hit subscribe. Blah. Then like, either or, whatever makes you feel comfortable. I picked this up at Ulta. Okay, I actually went to Ulta looking for a different palette. I was super excited. My Ulta is finally open. I'm like, yeah! Oh my goodness, Ulta! Let me tell you something. Ulta in the age of COVID has definitely lost some of its charm, as all of the testers are plastic wrapped in like shrink wrap. You can't touch them. Half the time you can't even see them clearly. So you're standing there going, do I still want this? I can't tell. Is this soft? So there's no swatching. So keep your receipt, guys. If you got to do a return, make sure you do it, because otherwise, there's definitely, it's lost some of its charm. You still have to, you got to wear the mask, you got to plastic wrap everything. There's no touchy. So like half of the joys of going to a makeup store are pretty much gone. But it's understandable. It is what it is. So like I said, keep your receipt in case you got to return. But the palette I was looking at, I'm standing there looking at it going, it does not look all that convincing, and I can't tell on the formula. So I was about to just leave on my own without anything, and I passed this. And I don't usually go into this section because, BH has never been really something I've been interested in. But I passed this, and I'm like, oh, like it looked good, and it's plastic wrap still. Like it didn't even look all broken or junked up or dusting everywhere. And I was attracted to the colors, and I don't know why I bought this, honestly, because half the time when I buy these really colorful palettes, I'm like, I don't use them. This is the palette. But this time, I think what convinced me to buy this more than anything is the fact that the little powders are so small. The eyeshadow itself is so small. I mean, if I don't like it, I'm not stuck with like 30 tons of it. I'm not stuck with so much that eventually I'm just gonna have to throw it away. I mean, it's such a small amount that actually I'm not feeling overwhelmed. And that's a big problem with me. Like with some of the palettes, I look at them and I just feel absolutely overwhelmed. I think that's one of the reasons I've never bought some of the Morphe palettes, because there's so many options, and I love the idea of that many options. But in reality and in practice, I'm sitting there going, okay, I have 19 different shades all in this one color. What the F am I gonna do with 19 shades? I'm gonna find one shade that I really like, use the crap out of it, and have the other 18 just mocking me. These were small though. These were small enough I'm staring at it like, oh, okay, I can do this. Sorry, allergies, sinus drainage, like nonstop. I'm not going to swatch every one of these just because there are, let's see, 4, 2, 4, 6, 8, so 30, 32, 35 colors. 35 colors. I don't have enough arm for 35 colors. What I'm going to do is swatch maybe a color across on each row just to give us an idea of how it looks. And we will go from there. Trying to decide which row. Now, there's a lot of mattes in this. There's some shimmers down here. I don't necessarily hate shimmers. It's just I tend to lean more towards the matte. So let's start on the second row. Let's just go across and see how that swatches. Like I said, it's not a lot. It's not super deep. It's not overwhelming, which, silly me, that is an issue for me. Okay, let's take a look-see. Okay, it's showing up more than I thought it would. These are not what I would call super duper pigmented. Like, they've got pigment to them, but they are not so pigmented that, one touch just gets you the color. These are definitely colors you're gonna end up having to build up, which is not always bad. I mean, especially if you're going for a softer look. Let me just wipe that off and do the next row. Let's see, I've got I've cut 4 down. And there's the other 4. Okay. Okay, I'm liking the greens. Blue is visible. That's a blue. I thought that was, why did I think that was not a blue? I don't know. And then it's more of a violet. It's not bad colors. Like I said, it's got space to build up. And I think I was attracted to how bright these were. I don't know why, because I've never been really big into bright colors. You know what, just for grins and giggles, let's also try one of these colors and this color. Like this color here and this color. Just because I am super duper curious. Let's see how that goes. Okay. Actually, I like that green. It's like an olivey goldy green. I'm liking that. And then, oh, that comes out as a fuchsia. I like that. Okay. So far the formula doesn't seem bad on my fingers. Okay, let's try out this is a hard one. Okay, on one eye we're gonna try out greens with some pinks. And we're gonna give it a whirl. Let's see what we can do. The other eye, I'm thinking let's try fall. Orange, green, maybe a little red. You know, let's give it a whirl. So let's start off with an all over pink on top. Like I said, I've never tried this brand. I was just happened to be drawn to it. Do I know why? Absolutely not. If it doesn't turn out, and this palette only cost me 20 bucks. So this was not a bad price palette. Okay, this is like a bubblegum pink almost. And I have never tried BH Cosmetics before. But so far, honestly, I am not hating this formula. I think this is actually doing better than another one I'm testing out tonight. Like I just did the Mojito palette. Okay, I think we're going to need a little bit more pink. Let's up the pink level a little bit. Let's try the second one in the row. Okay, that is pink pink. There we go. That is pink. Like I said, I don't hate this. The only thing I might dislike about this is the way the packaging is set up so that any loose dust, like right here, I am pulling shadow out of the pan and the dust is all over the pan. Okay, that is pink. That is definitely a pink. Let's put a little contrast colors in the corner. Let's go with this neon pink. See how that looks. Out of curiosity, ooh, that is definitely a neon pink. Like I said, these colors definitely are the type you got to build up. Ooh, huh. Okay, I am actually a little surprised at this company. And these colors. I think I was expecting it to be not as easy to do. Let's see if we can blend it. Blend, 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 blend. These are blending really nicely too. And then, okay, just for grins and giggles, let's throw in a little bit of green, because this is usually what I would do on, like at work, if I were doing this. Like a lot of times I do wear pink and green together, but it's usually super duper subtle. Like I usually pat on a little bit of the Urban Decay's like mildew color and go from there. So if that's the case, I have a small, let's go into, you know what, I really enjoyed swatching that one, so let's see how it looks when we mix a little bit of it in on the eye. And now most people don't necessarily, if they're seeing this, they think watermelon. It's gonna sound stupid. I usually think apple blossoms because it's pink and green and the two just seem to go together. Okay, so we got some fallout happening. Like, not a lot. That does happen with pressed powders, and I kind of expected it the way I'm applying this, because it's more of a patting motion with a little bit of blend, not necessarily like brushing it in, but trying to build it up. Maybe we should try a slightly different brush for applying this green. All that did was seem to make the worse. That was my fault. I should have known better. I get the feeling this green would be beautiful all on its own. It's because I'm trying to layer it onto the pink. It's not necessarily performing its best. Okay. Let's take the vibrant green and try playing with that a little bit. Like a spring green. That actually looks like it's doing a little more. Okay. I don't like that together. Now, so we definitely have fallout. It is a powder formula though, so that is bound to happen. I'm actually looking forward to standing up for you guys to see this up close, because actually what I'm seeing in the side mirror looks so much more pigmented than what I'm seeing here. Like, this is Barbie pink, like bubblegum Barbie pink. And I'm actually a little surprised how pink it is. I don't think I was expecting that from this brand. I don't think I was expecting as much color concentration. You definitely have to work to build it up, but I have had to work with worse before, so it's not too terrible. Okay, let's go for fall. Let's just straight up go fall. Oh, snap. Shit. Okay, I just caught this palette with my chest and stomach as I tried to drop it, and there is now a rainbow down my front. Okay, we're gonna start off with this one and work into this orange on the other eye. This is like a reddishy orangey color. That is visible. Ooh, that is visible. Okay, I was not expecting, after the way the greens and the pinks performed, I don't think I was expecting that to be quite so vibrant. I think I was expecting it to be a little bit more red too. And this definitely has a definite pinky tone. So, okay. That's okay, we'll work with it. It's not the orange I thought it was, the orangey red. It's not what I thought it was. Okay, let's get the orange out. See if we can just blend and mix these together. Ooh. Okay. That is that. I am at a lot. You know what, let's try the one red we've got. It's like the only red I have not looked at too closely. Sorry. My contacts are going left and right. Okay, this looks more like a burnt red right down here. Okay, that's nowhere near the red I thought it was going to be. Let's try applying it with this brush. Okay, that did not turn out anything like I thought it would. Alrighty. We got the orange, we got the red, and then I was going like a brick red. It did not come out like that. Let's see about blending a little bit. See how that might change. That one's just blending away. So that's a patchy one. Not enjoying that one. The brick red is just kind of blending itself into non-existence. Okay, if that's the case, let's try a slightly different approach then. Let's go yellow. Okay, I'm surprised the yellow is showing up as well as it is. Especially with the red underneath. Okay. And then my own personal curiosity, let's swatch the three on the bottom. Because we've got these colors, and they are very vibrant colors. And actually, I think this palette is going to challenge me into using more colors just out of curiosity, because I don't tend to use that many colors. It sounds really negative and like I'm trying to hide from options, and I swear I'm not. Okay, this is the white. And that is not a good white. It does not want to show. So that is not a pigmented white. Let's do that. The black's there though. Black's not bad. And then this is almost like a seafoam green. And that doesn't really show up well either. Okay. Let's stand up and look at this and see what we think. Like I said, this is my first BH Cosmetics palette. And it was just something I bought on a whim, just because I was looking at something else and it did not pan out to be what I thought it was going to be. Oh, sorry. I want to get it all off before I just smear eyeshadow on everything. Okay, let's stand up and take a look-see. Okay, you see how bubblegum pinky it is? Like, I was not expecting that. This is orange blended out, and what was supposed to be like a red, which almost turned into a pinky red. Like, I like this one. Did not like the fallout from the green. Okay, final review. It's a lot of colors. It will definitely be challenging me a little bit more to come out of my comfort zone, which is actually part of the reason I bought it. So yay me. Like, I'm trying to come out of my comfort zone. So this palette's gonna be really good for that. I'm super excited by it. Now, from what we just did, we have some hits and misses in this palette. Some of these come out really well on the skin and are pigmented. Yeah, you gotta build some of them up. Some of them come out right out the gate. And then there are others that are just coming out patchy, showing almost no color and not blending out. So some of these probably could use reformulation. just to be a little bit more consistent. But the others, like, I like the sheer amount of colors that they put in this. I feel like, this looks as colorful as one of the Carnival outfits you see around Easter out of Brazil. I will give you that. Definitely well titled. I don't like the way some of the eyeshadows are easy to smear in this area right here and powder up, but I don't think there's much you're gonna do. I do like how small the pans are so that you're not overwhelmed and that you don't get stuck with a lot of product you're not gonna be able to go through. I like that. Like I said though, some of these colors are hit and miss. Some are patchy, some don't want to blend at all or blend totally gone. Others are great, so it's an okay palette. I probably would not purchase it again, but as an opportunity to try out new colors and try out new looks, this is a perfect palette to do that. This only cost me 20 bucks. In fact, if you have an Ulta membership, a lot of times you can get money taken off based upon other purchases. I did not do that, but like I was really excited for this one. I was really excited to try this out, and I think I'm going to have to start posting some pictures on my Instagram of stuff I've come up with this palette. Nerd_1966. If anybody's curious to see or look or follow, it's totally up to you. But I would give this a solid in the middle. It's not what I would call drugstore, but it's not high end. It's good for if you're starting in makeup. It's good as a starter makeup, and it's good to try new things on in new colors. It's not like a game changer. It's not amazing. It's not, but it holds its own. So it's there. It's not terrible. It's not great. It's there as a nice thing to experiment with and try out. Okay, have any of you guys tried BH? I can't be the only one who's tried BH, who's trying BH Cosmetics for the first time. Like, this is my first time with this, and it's one that I had heard of, but I had never ever tried. So I'm actually really proud of me for trying a new brand that I've never tried before, something a little out of my comfort zone, especially with the palette. Anybody else try this palette? Anybody else try this brand? Leave comments down below. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you would try this or if you have tried this. Has anybody else bought one just to challenge themselves to try new stuff? Anybody? Let me know what you think. Okay, guys, remember, stay safe, wash your hands, wear a mask. Social distancing is important. And for those of us that are getting either locked down more tightly or just, told, keep it calm, y'all, do exactly that. And remember, your essential workers are working as hard as they can. They are a little overwhelmed even now. So please be kind. Thanks and have a nice night or day, whatever.